Alright, Karina Baby, today is the 24th, and it's Santa Claus and the Saucy Pirates. It was Christmas Eve. Captain Scuttlebutt and Saucy Pirates were going to the North Pole, where Santa Claus lived. "It's not fair," said Snitch and Snatch. "Santa Claus never brings us any presents." "That's because we're pirates," said Maggot, the cook. "Well, my hearties," said Captain Scuttlebutt, "we'll kidnap him tonight. Then he'll have to fill our stockings." The Saucy Pirates docked their ship and Bag o' Bones behind an iceberg. They planned to lure Santa Claus there with a trick. First, Snatch and Snitch left their trail of carrots in the snow. Then Maggot made some mincemeat pies and left them to cool on deck. Captain Scuttlebutt looked through his telescope. He could see Santa Claus in his sleigh with the reindeers. "Ready to fly! Off we go!" cried Santa Claus. But the reindeer had spotted the carrots and followed the trail, munching happily. The pirates' plan was working. When the sleigh reached the Bag o' Bones, Santa Claus sniffed. He could smell the mincemeat pies. He sighed. "Got you!" yelled Captain Scuttlebutt, capturing Santa. "Give us some presents," said Snitch and Snatch. "No," said Santa Claus, "you've been very naughty pirates." Luckily, Sam and Wallace came chugging along in the topsy-turvy. They had been fishing and were on their way home. "Let Santa Claus go at once," said Sam. The pirates said they were sorry and promised to be good. Then Maggot gave Santa Claus a plate full of mincemeat pie. "Delicious," he said. "I must be on my way." But later that night, when the pirates were fast asleep, Santa came back and filled their stockings. After all, they said that they were going to be good, didn't they? When Sam woke up the next morning, he found lots of presents in his stocking, with a thank you note from Santa Claus. And there was an extra large fish for Wallace. Oh, Wallace is a kitty cat. I love you and miss you so much. You know that? I miss you so much. Alright, next is the Duel in our favorite poems book. The Greenham dog and the calico cat sat side by side on the table sat. 'Twas 12:30, and what do you think? Nor one not others had slept a wink. The old Dutch clock and the Chinese plate appeared to know, as sure as fate, there were going to be terrible spat. I wasn't there, I simply state what was told to be by the Chinese plate. The ginger ham dog said bow wow wow, and the calico cat replied meow. The air was littered an hour or so with bits of gingham and calico, while the old Dutch clock in the chimney plays up with its hands before its face, for it's always dreaded a family row. Never mind, I'm only telling you what the old Dutch clock declares is true. The Chinese plate looked very blue and wailed, "Oh dear, what shall we do?" And the Greenham dog and the calico cat waddled this way and tumbled that, imploring every tooth and claw in the woeful way you ever saw. And oh, how the Greenham and the calico flew. Don't fancy I exaggerate. I got my news from the Chinese plate. Next morning, where the two had sat, they found no trace of dog or cat. And some folks think until this day the burglar stole the pair away. But the truth about the cat and the pup is this: they ate each other up. Now what do you really think of that? The old Dutch clock, it told me so, and that is how I came to know. The Duke of Plaza, Toro. In enterprise of the marital kind, when there was any fighting, he led his resentment from behind. He found it less exciting. But when away his regiment ran, his place was at a foro that celebrates, cultivates, underrated noblemen, the Dutch of Plaza Toro. In the first and foremost flight, ha ha, you always found that night, ha ha, that celebrates, cultivates, underestimate nobleman of Duck of Plaza Toro. When they evade Destrate's hands to hide, they all proceeded. No soldier in that gallant band hid half as well as he did. He lay concealed throughout the war, and so preserved his galore. Oh, that affected, underrated, well-connected warrior, the Duke of Plaza Toro. In every doughty deed, ha-ha, he always took the lead, ha-ha. That affected, undetected, well-connected warrior, the Duke of Plaza Toro. Father William. You and old Father William, the young man said, and your hair has become very white, and yet you increasingly stand on your head. Do you think at your age it is right? In my youth, Father William replied to the son, I feared it might injure the brain, but now I am perfectly sure I have none. Why, I do it again and again. You are old, said the youth, and I mentioned before, and have grown much uncommonly fat. Yet you turn aback, somersault, in at the door. Pray, what the reason for that? In my youth, said the sage, as he shook his grey locks, I kept all my limbs very supple by the use of my ointment. 1 shilling the box. Allow me to sell you a couple. You are old, said the youth, and your jaws are too weak for anything tougher than suit. Yet you finished the goose with the bones and the beak. Pray, how do you manage to do it? In my youth, said the father, I took to the law and argued each case with my wife, and the muscular strength which it gave my jaw has lasted the rest of my life. You are old, said the youth. One wordy, hasty suppose that your eyes was as steady as ever, yet you blamed an eel on the end of your nose, which made you so awfully clever. I have answered 3 questions, and that is enough, said the father. Don't give yourself airs. Do you think I can listen all day to such stuff? Be off, or I'll kick you downstairs. Oh my. Well, so the father's like, I answered enough. Alright? The Fable of the Magnet and the Churn. The magnet hung in a hard wire shop, and all around was a loving crop of scissors and needles, nails and knives, offering love for all their lives. But for iron the magnet felt no whim. Through the charmed iron it charmed not him. From needles to nails and knives he turned, and for he set his love on the silver churn. His most athletic, very magnetic fancy took it this turn. If I can whittle a knife or a needle, why not a silver churn? and iron and steel expressed surprise, and needles opened their well-drilled eyes, and penknives felt shut up, no doubt, and scissors declared themselves cut out. The kettle boiled with rage, 'tis said, well, every nail went off its head, and hither and thither began to roam, till a hammer came up and drove them home. Well, this magnetic, parapathetic lover he lived to learn, by no endeavor can a magnet ever attack a silver churn. The Centipede. I objected, the centipede, a bug we do not really need. At sleepy time, he beats a path straight to the bedroom or to the bath. You'll always wallop where he's not, or if he is, he makes a spot. How doth the little crocodile improved his shiny tail, and pour the waters of the Nile on every golden scale. How cheerfully he seems to grin, how neatly spreads his claws, and welcomes little fishes in with gentle smiling jaws. Alright, baby. I love you. And I miss you. And it's so hard, honey, to not be with you. You have no idea. It's so hard to not be with you. You are my baby, and I love you so incredibly much. You are absolutely perfect. You know that? You're perfect, and I love you, and I miss you, and I can't wait to see you. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm not with you. I can't believe that you're not with me. I can't believe this. It's just all too much sometimes, and I just love you. Just know how much I love you. I love you no matter what. I love you no matter what. I miss you. I miss you so much. Yes, do Lila Tove, honey. Lila Tove, and good night to you. Lila Tove, may your dreams come true. We sing Lila Tove, may Israel protect you throughout the night until we reach the morning light. Karina, baby, I love you and I miss you so much. Can't wait to see you. I can't wait to see you. And bring you wherever you want to go and do whatever you want with you. You want to do Play-Doh, you want to do paints, you want to, it doesn't matter what you want to do. I'll do it with you. You want to make fake snowman, fake snow to make snowman, you want to make anything. I miss you so much, honey. I had you every second of every day. That was the hardest part of being separated from you, because I used to hold you all the time. I constantly had someone that I was holding, right? I constantly hold you. And my life doesn't make any sense without you. I miss you so much. I had you every single second of every single day. You never even had a babysitter. You didn't need one. I was with you. Karina, baby, I love you, and I miss you, and I can't wait to see you. Like Papa always used to say, Mama's Papa's son, Papa's my moon, and you're definitely our rainbow baby, and we both love you. I love you so much, and I miss you so much. I really hope that you're okay, honey. I pray for you constantly. Always praying for you. I love you. I miss you, honey. I have a very happy Christmas Eve. I hope that you get tons of things that you want and that you get to play with and that you get to just do everything that you want to do, honey. Merry Christmas Eve.